Ta-da! Hey, Internet friend, this is Magic Brad with Synergy Cafe and the Synergy Collaborative. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, please don't. Please don't stop. That's my opening line when I do my magic shows. How are you this morning? It's Monday, and I'm just kind of hanging out, waiting because I've got an interview I'm going to do with someone in about 20 minutes. 20 minutes it is. But I was just looking into some things on the internet as far as marketing and business and things of that sort. And there we got somebody. It's Sean. Hey, Sean's back. How's your dog? I saw you had a dog. You brought a dog home. That's nice of you. What is it, a rescue? Or did you just go out of Minnesota to find a dog? I don't know. So there's a lot of confusion on the internet because there's so much stuff going on. Like as an example, Sean just gave me a thumbs up, and I saw it on my laptop because I got my laptop sitting over here too. So the distraction, there's always that shiny object that's confusing you and making you go other places. And it's pretty amazing. I do a lot of watching videos on YouTube. I don't do much TV or anything. I try and just, the nice thing about YouTube is you just type something in and you find a topic and you can just watch it. And what happens is I see something I want to look up, so I get a keyword and I put that in there. But then you see these other things on YouTube, and hey, that's kind of interesting. And you end up going to that direction. And I'm in the process right now. I'm going to start using Zoom for some of these videos. Right now I'm just using this off my iPad. But I'm going to start doing Zoom to do the side-by-side interviews because it integrates with Facebook. And there's so many buttons and things you're supposed to, yes, do this, don't do that, involve both the host and the guest on, and let them both do the video, and downloading the software. And there's so much stuff that happens online that gets so complicated and confusing just to have a conversation, which is really, really weird. Whereas in real life, you can just go to the coffee shop and you see someone at the coffee shop, you can just walk up to them and say, hey, how's it going? My name is Brad. What are you doing here? Although I don't do that much. I'm kind of an introvert. But but it's much easier to communicate with people rather than getting on the internet like this and trying to even just set it up. When I was trying to set this very Facebook Live up, it was a bit of a challenge. Sean just said something. I do transport the Doberman Rescue. He's bringing back a dog to Minnesota. Dobermans. Those are pretty dogs. I like those. So here's another example of a distraction. I just want to see what Sean had to say. Sean does sales training, by the way. If you ever looking to increase your sales with your team, you can bring Sean in and he can give you some common sense things to do with your sales team. Some real things to do with your sales team. A lot of people end up doing all these goofy online robot things to try and close sales. It's making me crazy. I just saw something that someone had this robotic chat thing, automated chat thing, and it doesn't work. My mission is to move this online chatter back into real life activity. That's why I do the Minnesota Event Expo and get people that are interested in live events to come and talk with real people. Brian Richards, hey, how you doing? Brian Richards is a friend of mine that does magic. He does educational magic, not just entertaining, but educational. It's sort of edutainment kind of thing. So if you see him on the feed, you want to educate your school kids and teach them how to read, connect with Brian. He can teach you. So see, another distraction. I got all confused. I don't need Ridellan. All I need is to learn how to focus. Ridellan's not a good thing, in my opinion. Don't get mad at me, moms. I know it's hard to take care of those over-energy kids. So back to the distractions and all that. So in my opinion, I think it's best to keep things as simple as possible. So that's why I just use my cell phone, and I've got a little tripod that the phone sits in, and that works. But when you get into all these different pieces of software like Zoom and all that kind of stuff, it gets confusing. Although I do want to, I could use Facebook Live and bring someone on as a guest and do this side by side, providing they know it should be done horizontally, not vertically. Because if you do it vertically, then you don't got the side by side, you got the little picture up in the corner, and that I don't like that because it doesn't show the equality. And I like to have the pictures as big as possible. Ideally, it's nice to meet face to face, but sometimes you can't do that when someone's over on the other side of the country or at home taking care of the kids or something. So Anyways, I'm going to cut this short and let you get back to work because you're probably at your job or something. You should be watching this when you're working. And I'm going to be doing these interviews. So I'm doing some tests with my friend Janet Johnson that helps people with their Facebook ads. And she's going to teach us in an online summit how to use Facebook ads for the event industry. So if you're someone that's in the event industry, maybe you're a wedding planner or you're a event venue or a caterer or an entertainer like Brian or myself, then maybe you want to learn how to use Facebook to leverage that. Right now I'm using a strategy where I put a Facebook event ad up, boost the ad, and integrate that ad with Eventbrite, and the people that register for the ad go into a registration, so you can retarget those people, and if they're interested in your event, you can remarket to them and tell them about other events. So anyways, enough. I'm going to sign this one off. Peace, love, and happiness. This is Magic Brad signing off. And where is it? Thank you. Bye. Whoop.